It's the Donna Walton Gospel Show. It's the Donna Walton Gospel Show.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Donna Walton Gospel Show. I am your host, Donna Walton. Today, I will be talking to Shanelle from Youngstown, Ohio. She is a spoken word minister, a novelist, and a lyricist. So stay tuned to hear gospel artist Norman Kellum sing the hymnal Spotlight song and find out who's who from your neighborhood is featured in the Independent Gospel Artist Showcase. Now let's continue the interview with Shanelle.
Hello, Shanelle, and thank you for being here. How are you today?
I'm doing great, blessed and highly favored.
Yes, amen. Shanelle is a Christian spoken word artist. Tell us what's going on with you lately.
Nothing's been going on too much. I do have my single on Amazon now. It's called Beautiful. I'll be releasing a couple singles this month, and soon I'll have a video called No Allegiance on YouTube.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So let me ask you, what or who influenced your desire for spoken word ministry? That is so unique and is so new to the gospel music segment. So what inspired you to do that?
Well, I've always been a writer, and I love writing, and I love poetry. And so I'd have to say my Christian walk has influenced me because it was like I have such strong faith in God, and and most of my poems are about my walk with God that nobody else has experienced that I know of, or that they're too afraid to talk about. And so that has inspired me to, connect with God a little bit more and be able to share my experiences. And we all know in our Christian walk that our testimony can heal others and reach others.
Yes, absolutely. I just commend you you're also an author, so I commend you for this unique journey of spoken word. As far as you being an author of poems and novels, and you pretty much explained to us what led you into the spoken word ministry. But as far as, the poems and novels, can you tell the listening audience what novels and what type of poems have you written already?
Well, I do have a novel out. It's called A Steelers Fan for Life, and the novel is actually a Christian romance novel. I grew up on reading Harlequin romance novels, and I never had something that can talk to me as a Christian believer. It talked to me as a woman, but it never talked to me as a Christian believer. And so the book that I wrote about is basically a story about two people who grew up in a small town who would have never met until they both found a love for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow.
And so that brought them together, and they both had the same spiritual background. They both believe in the power of Jesus Christ, and they just had different ways of interacting. And the girl in the novel, she's had some bad experiences. She had some emotional problems, and he just wanted to find love, and he was willing to work with it, but he was still a young believer himself. And so that's what the novel is basically about. It's a romance novel, but it's basically the Christian with a Christian aspect.
Christian versions. I absolutely
Yes.
love that. Now, your song, Beautiful, it stuck out like a sore thumb. It is so beautiful. Oh, my Lord. So you have to tell us, what is the story, the message actually behind the song Beautiful?
Well, growing up, I was bullied as a kid, and because of the fact that I had darker skin and I called myself a chubby chocolate girl. That's what I called myself. And my mom even told me when I was a kid, she said, because I was bigger than most of the kids my age, people are going to look at me funny. And that's how I was treated, even by family members. Like, I was always called fat girl and I was made fun of, and the kids used to call me charcoal when I was in school. And it's sad to say, but the way the poem Beautiful talks about how the way the world perceived me, but it showed it through that journey. It showed me that God perceived me to be in His image.
Yes.
And I was created to glorify Him, and regardless of how I feel and what the world says about me, I am beautiful.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, that message just transcends to other people who particularly find themselves in that particular situation. So God bless that song and bless you for writing it. That is just so inspirational. And finally, tell the listening audience, where can they find your music and your literary works? And also, are you available for bookings? If so, what's your contact information?
Not a problem. My music is available on Amazon. It is also available for listening on Django along with Number One Music. And I do have a website. It's called www.jchristproductions.com. And you can also find the booking information. I am available for booking. I like doing conferences and festivals, so that's where you're going to find me at this summer, at a lot of conferences and art festivals. And you can always contact me at the J. Christ Productions website, and the email is available, and the phone number is on that website also. And I also blog on that website, so you'll get more interaction with me on the jchristproductions.com website.
There you have it, listening audience. Our Shanelle. And you guys go ahead and check her out, check her website and her music, and you will totally be blessed by this young lady's, her gift to the world. Thank you, our Shanelle. Thank you so much for being on the show as my guest. And I will definitely be playing your music, love.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me, and I hope to see you all soon.
Wow, what a beautiful young lady with such an encouraging message. This is our Shanelle with Beautiful.
Tamara Dyer on the mic. Beautiful. Here we go. Embarrassed to look at myself in the mirror because I'm more voluptuous than the average woman. My dark skin tone, high cheekbones, thick and solid build. I'm 4 times the size of a model, but I have looks that key all right now. The plus size section has posed for a grandmother. I'm big, style, old, way too old for an early 20s superstar. Being taunted and poked from the kids in school, yet the Holy Spirit whispers each morning. Beautiful. My smile oozes beauty like molasses from a tree. My thighs, though they rub together, are from the old country. Strong, muscular, yet soft and feminine. That cannot be restrained. Many have tried to tame them, from Tommy Hilfiger to Bill Wayne. My back has healed from being whipped into submission to being hit by Victoria's Secret to being exposed. It's baby back. I'm the answer to the old slave's prayers. I am Martin Luther King's vision. From Walmart clothes to Louis Vuitton underwear, I am the phenomenal woman that Maya Angelou spoke about and who RuPaul wanted to be. I am beauty. Drew Hill wanted to snatch up. Jodeci couldn't stop thinking about, the woman Luther kept singing and smiling to. Clothed in Jesus' name, I am the virtuous woman King Solomon was describing and couldn't get enough of. With the rainbow as my dress and crown of salvation atop my head, without it, I'm still beautiful. I have been robbed of my silver spoon, my $1 million t-shirt, and a stick figure. Many models want to be me because I have a man that loves me, and he owns the moon and stars and everything therein. A crown in a mansion in heaven with no more sorrows to bear. The world is my runway. People stop and stare. Some me mug, some congratulate, some hate, some say, I wish I was her. Although I'm not what you want me to be, I am still beautiful. I cannot walk around without a bra, but that's okay. Cause beauty should be held up. When God created me, He makes man's dreams chocolate with a touch of Himself. Deep inside, I know who I am. It took a real man to create a masterpiece like this. Nappy hair that's soft to the touch, and lips that will make a mute sing. Looking in the mirror, I know why at the Million Man March they shouted, "Let freedom ring!" Exploring my skin, I see the struggles of my ancestors, the hardships of living in the past. When I got saved, I understood the victory shout. Free, at last. All women can relate to the rejection of being big and people being cruel. Shake the haters off my full-figured sister and know that you are beautiful. All right, sister girlfriend.
Yes, that was our Shanelle with Beautiful. All the way from Youngstown, Ohio, blessing that community. Amen. And now it's time for
Hymnal Spotlight. Hymnal Spotlight.
Today's Hymnal Spotlight is on Dottie Rambo, the composer of He Look Beyond My Fault. Born 1934, died 2008. This is a classic song that was penned by the late Dottie Rambo around 1970. Dottie had a brother named Eddie Luttrell who had cancer and was told he only had weeks to live. Dottie would pray and read the Bible to him by his bedside. She would persuade him to give his heart to Jesus. One day, after singing at a concert, she visited Eddie and asked him, did he give his heart to the Lord? Eddie said, the way he lived, there's no way God would take him in. He reminded her of his addiction to drugs and his time in jail. Dottie reminded him the Lord left the 99 and went after that one lost sheep. It was after that visit that she finished composing the song, He Looked Beyond My Fault and Saw My Need. One day after singing at a concert in Ohio, she felt persuaded that Eddie gave his heart to the Lord. She visited him and he said he gave his heart to the Lord. He was very weak at his bedside and died shortly thereafter. She sang the song at his funeral and has sung it countless times ever since. Many groups have sung that song over the years. It is a classic that many church-going Americans are familiar with today.
for me.
Rambo composed the song to the tune of Danny Boy, which was widely considered an Irish national anthem. Over the years, Dottie's song has touched countless lives of millions of people. If it wasn't for God's grace, imagine where we would be today. We would be in hell. This excerpt is read from Charles K. Moore Jr. .blogspot.com.
To view the cross where Jesus died for me, how marvelous the grace that caught my falling soul. He looked beyond my faults and saw my needs.
The hymnal Spotlight is sung by gospel recording artist Norman Kellum. Now we're down to the Independent Gospel Artist Showcase Zone. And we're going to start it off with this smooth song. It is so beautiful. Introducing a newcomer to the Independent Gospel Showcase. His name is Chris B. Austin with Do You Wanna Go?
There's no place like heaven. I know it's beautiful. Our own home to a place He prepared for us. It's filled with peace and happiness. Do you wanna go? I wanna go where we're not sick or old, because that's where God is. I wanna go where there's no death or sorrow, because that's where God is. Our loved ones in heaven will see when we get there. I will see my mama and the many of friends who laugh. Do you wanna go? I wanna go. I wanna go. I wanna go. I wanna go where there's no pain at all, because that's where God is. I wanna go where we don't cry no more, because that's where God is. One day I'm gonna get to heaven. I'm gonna see Jesus, Savior, Savior of my soul. When I get to heaven, I can't wait to touch you, Lord, and thank you for saving my soul. Do you wanna go? I wanna go. I wanna go. I wanna go. I wanna go. I wanna go where saints go, because that's where God is. I gotta go where the streets are cold. That's where God is. That's where God is. Where we don't die no more.
Ooh, what a beautiful melody. Crispy Austin with Do You Wanna Go? And he's all the way from Pomona, California. Wow. Okay, we're going to bring it back to Cleveland, Ohio with Prophet B is what he called himself, and the title of this song is Jesus is a Friend.
You were there when I was locked up in jail. Nobody took my calls, but you sent me airmail. And you were there when my money was gone. I never had to worry or get a money loan. And you were there when my car broke down. Fake friends weren't around. They claimed they had to leave town. If you my friend, tell me what's the meaning. The smiling one faced dog, but really you scheming. Is it to pretend to be down for the purpose of gain? Tell my secrets to everybody and bring me shame, or stab me in the back with a knife. And when I don't know at night, dog, you conversate with my wife. Hey friend, I think you misunderstand. You're not real, dog, you only pretend. But I got a friend that stick closer than a brother, and he got my back, dog, unlike any other. What you talk about a friend? Jesus friend. Jesus friend. Jesus friend.
There's only one father that's like no other. I only had one son, he's my spiritual brother. This friend died for my iniquity, but he came back to life on the day of Trinity. You ain't no friend, you rather see my life end than to see me grow spiritually as the earth spins. Saying things like this ministry ain't gonna go far, but we taking off in the sky like some shooting stars. And we not from this planet like we came from Mars. Nah, you got a friend in me. And life out of this situation is what I speak at the end of the day. His face is all I see, and I'm ready to sink my teeth in on me. Put the footwork in for God and clean off my clips. I'm saved thanks to early church, and without God, I would be nothing but dirt.
Friend. Jesus friend. What you talking about, friend?
He's the Alpha and Omega, beginning to the end. He's the Don Juan, real not pretend. Remission of my sins, the power of my prayer, the ultimate sacrifice, the ultimate savior. From J Diesel, the pastor soul winner, is the perfect two-piece like a chicken dinner. A true friend that's so persistent, never out of reach even if long distance.
Never had a friend like the God of all creation. All the others seem to have limitations. Jesus is always there, that's no exaggeration. And it's not a figment of my imagination. He walks with me and talks with me, and he tells me that I'm his own. And in times I'm weak, it's him I seek. He gives me strength to keep pressing on. A true friend, baby.
Cleveland, Ohio. Jesus is a friend. Look for his interview on one of the upcoming episodes. So now we're gonna flip-flop back and forth from Cleveland, Ohio to California. So this brother is Robert Greene. He's jamming for Jesus. He's from Stockton, California, and the title of this song is All Planned Out.
I know at times you're feeling disrespected, and doors are closing and you're feeling rejected. And on your job you work so hard but there's no praise. You're kinda down cause you didn't get that pay raise. You feel that everything is going wrong around you, and in your spirit you're feeling so sad and blue. But just remember you're a winner and remain strong. He is gonna work it out if you hold on. God has it all planned out, there's no need to worry, there ain't no need to doubt. Along with this go on, your ship is sinking very fast. I'm here to tell you that trouble is gonna last. Trouble don't last. that they call Job. Do you remember how his story goes? Your storm came, they said, and it was real bad. It destroyed every single thing that Job had. All Job's friends, they came to condemn, but Job said, though he slay me, yeah, well, here to tell you that your storm is gonna pass. Trouble don't last for always. If you would just hold on and give me your praise, without a doubt you work it out in your mind that the Lord has been right there. Ooh, you know He's been there. He's been there all the time. Oh yeah. Lightning may flash, and sometimes they roll. There's one thing we wanna let you know, yeah. God has it all planned out. There's no need to worry, there ain't no need to doubt. How long will this go on? Your ship is sinking very fast. I'm here to tell you that your storm is gonna pass. Trouble don't last for always. If you would just hold on, give Him the praise. Without a doubt, He'll work it out in your mind that the Lord has been right there. He's gonna work it out. He's gonna work it out. He's gonna work it out. Work it out for you. He's gonna work it out. He's gonna work it out. He's gonna work it out. He's gonna work it out for you. He's gonna work it out. 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 He's gonna work it out.
That was smooth sound of Robert Greene out of Stockton, California, with All Planned Out. We're going to close the show out with my special guest, the beautiful Shanelle.
Embarrassed to look at myself in the mirror because I'm more voluptuous than the average woman. My dark skin tone, high cheekbones, thick and solid build. I'm 4 times the size of a model, but I have looks that kill right now. The plus size section has codes for a grandmother. I'm big, style, old, way too old for an early 20s superstar.
Thank you to my listening audience for staying with me. I certainly appreciate you. I want to thank Norman Kellum for featuring in the Hymnal Spotlight segment. I also want to thank the gospel recording artists of the Gospel Showcase, Chris B. Austin, for making such beautiful melodies. Thank you to Robert Greene. Thank you to Prophet B. And I'm looking forward to talking with all of them in the upcoming episodes. A big thank you to my special guest who took time out with me today. Thank you, Shanelle. Keep on blessing the kingdom with your wonderful spoken word ministry. I need you to support these talented, gifted gospel artists who's doing their thing for Jesus. Support them by downloading their music and purchasing their albums. They're on most of all of the digital stores. And if you want to contact them, you can contact me. I will definitely make sure that they get back with you. My email is dwalton39212@gmail.com or Donna Walton @christianbeats.us.